In about 10 minutes, we're going to play Catching Up with the Heat. Been keeping tabs on everybody this summer, taking a little check marks on where everybody's. Yeah, see where everybody's at.
That's called stalking.
So, you call it stalking, I call it researching. I call it reporting. What am I supposed to do?
All right.
You know, I'm a real one. I got to keep up where everybody is at with this type of stuff. You know, I don't know why it's got to be looked upon as stalking. It's it's not that's not nice. You know, I'm just excited for basketball, excited for hoops.
All right.
Excited for hoops. Apparently, also Zaza was a charlatan. We'll get to that in a little bit too. I gotta get to that because if he's being just a complete fugazi phony, I don't want to be. I don't want to be associated with that guy. You know.
Came after the whole show.
Really? Okay. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I'm getting tired of him saying I'm a talker too.
Oh, really?
That's what the job entails.
I'll tell you what, then. You're not going to like this. Remember yesterday when Max Strus was just sitting on his couch and Tobin shot him with a drive-by out of nowhere? It was similar. I was driving home, and I was like, wow. Okay. This is what's going on right now?
That, huh? It's like that, huh?
It's like that.
All right, we'll get to that. See, keep that in the holster.
Two-time announcer champion.
Two-time broadcasting champion. Really? Yeah, he's got to be asked Spo. He's got to pity him for status. Anyway, I want to get to this. We'll get to Zaslow's charlatan ass a little bit later. So Chris Bosh did an interview with Anthony Chang. Great reporter for the Miami Herald. Does a fantastic job covering the Miami Heat. And so he was talking about his book. Asking Pat Riley to do the forward in his book. Letters to a younger athlete, I believe, is what it is. And just giving himself some advice and things like that. But and by the way, I mean, Pat Riley's, I haven't read the Chris Bosh book. I imagine it's got to be so wise. You ask Pat Riley to do a forward in your book. It's got to be so good. Pat Riley, he's going to just drip wisdom all over your literature. I would love that. I would love to. Never read the Pat Riley book. Maybe I should do that. I'm not a big novel reader. I'm more like to shoot from the hip, You think Pat Riley's got an audiobook? I would listen to that.
Hey, quit while you're ahead.
Does Pat Riley have an audiobook? I would love to hear him talk about just like, there are no obstacles. Well, there are tons of them, but there are none. That's a book I want to read.
Dude, if you read that on paper, you'd fall asleep.
Pat Riley's book was a long time ago. I think it's probably time for a sequel, Chapter 4, The Orca.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Based on where Pat Riley is in his life.
Yeah.
You think he's sitting down to write a book?
Why not? Can he hire somebody to actually do the typing and he could just, be profound with his wisdom?
That's usually how it goes.
Okay, so why can't
you have
he
a
do that?
ghostwriter?
Yeah.
But the problem, it's too much time. He ain't wasting no time with that.
Nah, why not?
Live the rest of his life.
Well, once they win the championship this year, then it's time to write a book. Really? I'm just saying. But Chris Bosh, so he was asked about people keep asking, oh, Chris Bosh, why aren't you tutoring Bam? Why don't you have this relationship with Bam? Yeah, hey, guess what? He has for a while. But he was asked by Anthony, what's the next step for Bam Adebayo? And Chris Bosh said, well, this is the quote. Quote, shoot it. That's it. Shoot it. That's all he needs to do is shoot it. I'm telling you, I did it for 13 years in the league, man, and it didn't steer me wrong. Shoot it. He has playmaking ability. He's unselfish, and it's wonderful that he's a team player. But for him to go where he wants to go, he's going to have to shoot the ball, and I think that he's more than capable. Once he proves that he's a threat out there, Brook Lopez, DeAndre Jordan, all those bigs, they can't just be in the middle in the paint playing traffic cop. He needs to come back, and he needs to shoot it.
Like you make a big ass Brook Lopez pointing over there.
Bum.
Hey, Lopez brother start shooting threes.
Brook Lopez being a champion annoys me. He needs to come back and he needs to shoot it until they guard him. That would be my recommendation. Anthony goes, you went from the mid-range to a three-point game during your time with the Heat. What was that potential transition like for a player like Bam? And Chris goes, it's just a few steps back. That's what the coach told me. Yo, don't let the line get into your head. It's a couple feet. And I think that it did take me a couple of years to get used to the rhythm of the game of shooting it. I would practice it, and then you have to get used to it. But once you develop that habit in practice, then you have to get to that used to that rhythm in a game. But once you get it and you continue to put the work in, it won't matter. You'll continue to be successful. But he needs to shoot it. Dude, Sensei Bosh, son. Sensei Bosh!
I've been saying that for 2 years.
Yeah, but you're not Chris Bosh.
Okay. The message is still the damn same.
You're not BSB, all right? You're not Big Shot Bosh.
Okay, I got you.
Your number's not in the rafters. You're not a Hall of Famer.
That's fine. I want Bam to shoot it, not because I want to see him shoot it, because I think he's capable. That's why.
Oh man,
just think of this, okay? How much easier it'll help the other guys on the team do what they do if Bam gets that big 7-footer out on the wing.
He is the key to unlocking everything. Like, if he continues to go on.
But if he don't do it, take the training wheels off.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you. Like, the training wheels have to come up, because he's like, all honesty, if the Heat are going to be anything special this year, if they're going to do anything, it really does rely on him. I think we know what we're going to get from Jimmy Butler. I think we know what we're going to get from Kyle Lowry. I think we know what we're going to get from Duncan Robinson. We know what we can get from Bam Adebayo. Can we get more? Can we get more from him?
Here's the problem that I see with what I've seen with the Heat the last couple of years. They're not big enough to play the style of basketball they tried to play. And so they got beat up on by big paint guys that had a presence in the paint. You have the skill set amongst the players you have trying to play that game to stretch those guys out and take them off the dribble and use them in pick and rolls and do a whole bunch of those things that makes the other team get a guy like Brook Lopez off the floor.
BSB
but they
said,
never did it.
BSB does not, guy goes, Dr. Toboggan, BSB does not like Bam's DHOs. He does not. He apparently hates them.
I hate the dribble handoff. Oh my goodness. It's like playing 4-on-5 basketball, especially if you do it with a guy that has the ability to shoot.
Very strange. Very strange. But I love the fact that that Bam and Bosh simpatico. In fact, they get into the dojo together.
They ain't close enough because Bam ain't shooting yet.
It's 24.
No, stop.
24.
Dude. Stop.
24.
Stop. Now we're giving the young player pass.
I'm not giving passes.
Hold
on. He's 24. Continues to go. You're acting like he's been you acting like you're throwing the bum gun at him.
You know that. I'm not. No, I have not. I've never thrown the bum gun at Bam. I get mad because Bam does the dribble handoff, but I know he has the ability to do it. No chance.
Don't do it.
But I will say this, okay? If he's not doing the things that can help the team win, then
it does take it. Look, it does come from him because the guy says it took
when Jimmy was out and he starts shooting the ball and doing 3-pointers and stuff like that.
Man.
What?
Sometimes
don't tell me when you get the little tease of him being a little more than what he's been, or you can see that he can actually do it.
Sometimes
you don't get that one more.
Sometimes my wife will catch me in alone time, and it'll just be me watching him against the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, really?
Oh, so great. But speaking of which, got to catch up with your Miami Heat. What have they been up to? Text writes, do we know what jersey number that Kyle Lowry is going to be wearing? We do not. This has still been a big state secret so far. Here's what I think is happening. All right. I think the Heat want to retire number 7 for Goran Dragic. So they're trying to convince Kyle Lowry not to do number 7, but I don't know if that has happened yet. I have no insight on this. But the last time I remember a jersey taking this long was with Jimmy Butler when he was coming from Minnesota and he had number 23, which is so stupidly retired by Michael Jordan. I mean, I really wish the Heat would have given Jimmy Butler number 23 just so we could end that stupid rafter being in the building. It's the one thing I don't like with the Miami Heat. I hate that stupid Michael Jordan jersey being up there. I hate it. So I think that they're trying to do right by Gogi. So they're trying to do some negotiating with Kyle Lowry, but I don't think those negotiations appear to be done because we don't know his number. We knew Markieff Morris. We knew Markieff Morris' number, Leroy, in 3 seconds.
Here's the deal, though.
Yep.
You don't retire the jersey till the dude's playing.
Till he's done playing.
Till he's done playing. So who cares who wears it now?
Yeah, but what
It
if
ain't retired now.
Here's the problem, though.
You don't retire it until you can retire it.
But here's the problem. What if Kyle Lowry gets number 7 and then he wins
2 championships?
Wins 2 championships with the Heat? And then little body is, but what about my jersey retirement? Damage is done, Gogi.
It's only 15 guys. You should be able to find another number. That happened to me. Like I wore 44 in Minnesota, but I have a 33 tattooed on my arm.
Yep, because somebody thought they were going to cash in, right? Your buddy?
No, my Harold.
Yeah.
Harold's like, Doubt, you want to work something out for this number? I'm like, no. I said the player makes the number. The number don't make the player.
I can't believe he tried to shake you down.
He didn't really. He just asked because he thought it was customary. You know, he was a rookie, so he thinking, I'm going to get something, 5-10 grand, something.
All right, let's get to this.
We give you $2 for that.
It's time to play a new game called Catching Up with the Heat, Leroy. Yep, Catching Up with the Heat. So
did you interview him?
No.
And that's not catching up with.
Nah,
you ain't thought, what you doing is called stalking the Heat in the offseason.
Nah, that's not what it's called. That's not what it's called. It's called Catching Up with the Heat.
Okay.
So
you call it your name, I'm gonna give it my name.
So Jimmy Butler, he's basically playing dominoes every day. Every day on his Instagram, he's putting up a dominoes game. But just posted on his Instagram was Jimmy Butler finishing up at the gym, and here's what he had to say.
Workout finito. Working on my Spanish out here. Adios.
There you go. He's in the lab, Leroy. Jimmy Butler in the lab. It's exciting.
Working on his Spanish.
Working on his Spanish.
Everybody in the world knows adios. How much work are you doing?
Well,
I hope you work on this basketball more than you work on his Spanish.
Well, you know, he was speaking Slovenian, but now Gogi's gone, so now he's figuring like he's got to pick up a new language. You know, it's tough. Tyler Hero, he recently got breakfast tips from Ocho Cinco on Twitter.
McGriddle.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, I thought you was gonna play something from.
No. There's no sound. He went on Sunday. He said, "Where's the good breakfast spots in Miami?" Now everybody was being a real jerk to him, and they're like, "You've been here 2 years and you don't know a good breakfast spot?"
He ain't been eating breakfast, dude.
Do you think like
he been getting up in the morning and cuddling?
Yeah. Do you think that Tyler Hero's getting up in time for breakfast? He feels like a guy. He's definitely
and he spent half of that first season in the bubble.
True.
And then they travel so much.
I don't feel like I know. I don't feel like I know good breakfast spots. Like, first of all, how good could a breakfast spot be?
And can I tell you why you don't know what a good breakfast spot is?
Yeah.
Because you just eat food.
That's not true. Don't tell. I have class.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a savant. I have great taste buds.
Do you realize we've eaten several meals together?
Never breakfast, except for
yes,
buffet.
we have.
Only buffets,
dude. They had to shut down the buffet because you wouldn't stop.
Dude, hold on. in Vegas is known for their breakfast buffets.
Hey, look, he walked through the buffet, and all I can hear is, interesting.
Well, Chad Ocho.
And then I see one on this plate.
Well, Chad Ochocinco told him to go to I Crave, and that's where he ended up going. I guess this is I Crave in Liberty City, apparently people are saying. I've never been there, but I kind of want to go there now. If Ocho Cinco's recommending it, I'll go.
I trust Ocho.
I trust Ocho. You don't trust Ocho?
A big one near where we are is Pinecrest. A lot of people eat at Pinecrest.
Yeah, Pinecrest seems like it would have some good spots. There used to be a place in Delray my wife and I would go called the Green Owl, and that was pretty good. But it was like a diner.
We have one in where we have a diner in Davie, and we also have Alley's.
Can I ask something though? What's the most rich people spend on breakfast? Because I feel like breakfast should be definitely the cheapest meal of the day. Like, how much should eggs cost?
Although, like, if you go and get like eggs Benedict and you go to a fancy place that does brunch on Sunday,
yeah, there's
definitely about $20.
There's definitely got to be a place in Miami that serves ostrich eggs and cocaine.
And cocaine?
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you think you're putting in your coffee? Just sugar?
Dude, but check this out. those people are not there for breakfast.
Hmm.
Like once you get to that point, you're on your way home from a long night.
Guy goes, Doc's Diner in Key Largo, best breakfast. Yeah, you know,
Key Largo, they're limited. You ain't gonna just find an IHOP in Key Largo.
I went to that place Robbie's in Isle Morada. Really good. Really good. And then you can feed the tarpon. That's fun.
I only have a couple of rules for a good breakfast. One, you got to have eggs Benedict. I might not always eat it, but I like looking down your menu and knowing that you have those expertise. Two, if I ask for scrambled eggs, I want my eggs scrambled. I don't want them folded up like a sheet of paper. I hate when people do that with the scrambled eggs. Scramble my damn eggs. And then I want options. If I want it over easy, over medium, whatever. You can't screw up eggs. The only way you can screw up eggs is if you rush them.
Now, for Bam Adebayo, I don't really have anything. I'll be honest with you. He's kind of gone 0 dark 30 since winning a gold medal. So I don't really have any updates on Bam. He is an Olympic champion. I think that's kind of a pretty good summer. So nothing for him. But Duncan Robinson had something happen to him last week, Leroy, other than his podcasting. He got an elementary school basketball court named after him.
Really?
Yep.
Elementary school.
Yep. Sweet Dunks. Sweet Dunks is an elementary school basketball court named after him.
Bishop Sycamore is going to be practicing on that basketball court.
You know the next thing I want to hear? I want to hear Dunks went out on a date. Dunks is dating. You think he's going to get an IG model? No.
You want to hear like Duncan Robinson is dating Rihanna?
That would
be amazing.
Or wait, I know what you don't want to hear. Duncan Robinson is dating a Kardashian.
No way.
He's like, no.
Duncan Robinson dating Doja Cat.
I like it.
I like it too.
And then he definitely coming home with a sleeve.
We got to think of his Hollywood name, Donkey Cat.
Oh, Doja Cat, Donkey Cat.
Kyle Lowry, he has posted on Instagram a photo of Drake, and it just says "mood." So I assume he's just excited for Drake's new album.
I thought you was gonna picture him with a Big Mac in his hand or something.
No, man, why you gonna fat shame him? That's not cool.
Hey, that's you. That's you.
I didn't do that. No, you did that. You just did that.
Down now, you bum. You ain't
even my guy.
A fat point guard for 5 years, and now
don't do that.
Huh?
No way. Don't do that. Don't talk about my guy Low Dog like that.
Oh, you are the worst. Dude, there is not a person I know that's had to flip-flop more on players than you. How many times have you said don't want him only to have that guy on the team?
Anyway.
I don't think that's a fair shot.
Language to finagle your way out of it.
PJ Tucker, he appears to be in Italy right now.
He's got a melon on him, doesn't he?
Wait, what? What do you mean he has a melon on him?
He's got a melon. He does.
PJ, PJ's a big boy. Like he himself is not like.
What? You know who he reminds me of? Tippy Toe 3.
You think he's gonna let it go when he?
No, I don't think he's gonna let it go. I'm just saying he got a melon on him.
Duncan Robinson dating Megan Thee Stallion. That'd be amazing.
Duncan D. Robinson and Megan Thee Stallion.
All right. Victor Oladipo, he is now in Hawaii, Leroy, and that is recently after hanging out with Kanye West. So he is he looks like he's having the most fun this summer, which I honestly think I would after the summer where I realized I have to take a minimum deal. I would go have some fun.
Yeah. Are you to the point now where you're rooting for him?
Definitely.
He's never done anything wrong in the league. He's never, you know what I mean? He's not one of them guys that he just always been a hard, a tough point guard that did his thing.
And then Markieff Morris.
That's the bad twin.
No, don't no.
Other twin. Wait, come on. Wait.
No, don't do that. No.
When I say Robin, do they have Robin or Brooke? What do you say? They have the good twin. So stop. You do the same thing.
We have the champion twin. That's what we have. Champion twin. So his brother, Marcus Morris, he put a picture up of Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, he put QB1 for the Saints. So he says, don't know about you all, but I'm rooting for you, family. And he tags Jameis Winston. And Markeith Morris, he retweets this and puts true story. So he's rooting for Jameis Winston.
Hey, has there been anybody who's championed the Jameis Winston more than me? I think he's gonna have a phenomenal year. Simply because he now has a coach that doesn't take anything for granted and not just going to throw him out there to wing it and sling it around.
Gabe Vincent.
He has talent.
Gabe Vincent, after his stint with the Nigerian basketball team, he tweeted out this week, "Be a fountain."
I got to tell you, of all the things that struck me as, eyebrow raising, I did not know Gabe Vincent was Nigerian.
Oh, really?
No,
Gabe
I did not.
Well, he's Gabe Namdi.
Okay.
Gabe Namdi Vincent.
Okay.
They won't call him Gabe Vincent by the Nigerian team. They call him Gabe Namdi. That's why he had Namdi
really?
on the back of his jersey.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
There's a lot of stars in basketball that come from other countries that do the soccer thing. Like Nene. Remember him? That's not his name.
Well, that's not his. Isn't that his first name?
No, is it his first name? Right, but they put one name and they're known for that. And we're so used to seeing last names, we think that's his last name. It's not.
And finally, Dwayne Dedman.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just saw his real full name. It's actually May Biner Rodney Hilario. That's Nene's name. I'm glad it's just Nene then.
Right. Nene is not even
And finally, you have Dwayne Dedman. He is currently working out in LA and recently went to Six Flags.
That sounds like something you would say that happened to Duncan Robinson, right?
Well, he's a family man. He's taking the kids. Now, I always wonder,
he just recently went on a picnic with a high school sweetheart. That's what you want to hear. Right? Dedman went to Six Flags.
Do you think for Dwayne Dedman, is it tough going on roller coasters? Because you're only supposed to be you have to be a certain height to go on the ride, but is there a certain height you're too tall to go on the ride?
Oh, did I tell you a story about my fat ass cousin?
No.
So this really happened. I never laughed so hard in my life. So we all waiting to get on the Hulk, right? He's a little portly, right? So we get in the thing, we pull the thing down, and his thing wouldn't lock, right? So there's a sign in the back that says rows 5 and 7 have modified seating.
Oh no!
Right. So he's trying to pull a thing down and won't go down, right? So you know how sometimes the ride scoots up a little bit? So the ride moved up a little bit, and he told me we get ready to go. He goes, "Hey, I need modified seating." He said, "I need modified seating." So I'm done laughing. Because I've been on the Hulk before, and I know it starts off pure terror, right? And so he raises his hand, and finally the person comes over and just shoves it down. So he's like, "Oh!" So he's like, "I got to tell you," I said, "You just need modified seat." He says, "I got to tell you, I don't feel great right now." Oh, I laughed. I almost passed out, but I laughed the whole ride because I'm looking at him shoved in that little bitty ass seat. It was like.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says the same thing happened to Kyle Lowry on Dueling Dragons.